Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And now I got some information for you guys today when it comes to XRP, where we're going, what's happening. I did mention yesterday that, of course, we were either going to go up or we were going to go down. Appears to be that the market has decided for us and we're going to go down for a little bit. But let's talk about what is going on out there in the marketplace at the moment. FX Street have come out saying XRP price traction continues to be absent as the stress of the looming 76 cent support builds within each day. So Ripple daily volume has not recorded one day above the 50-day average since May 23. And the SEC case will overshadow the digital asset, particularly in periods of price stress. What it's talking about here is that the price action at the moment is sitting in it's sitting in a downward trend. So XRP price may be waiting for a collective improvement in altcoins. So, the price action of XRP might be waiting for every single altcoin, to start to rally. But at the moment, we are... at the moment we're down and it's going to be down for a little bit. And what FX Street are talking about here is saying, the price range, if it falls under the 76 support, then, we will continue to go down. But right now, let's get into some of the other news that have dominated over the last 24 hours. And then I'll tell you a little bit about the price and what is going on. Now, the first one is the SEC versus Ripple is, this particular case. We know that the SEC has been given until August 31st to come up with, its discovery. But what's really interesting at the moment, and I'm going to be doing a video on this, is that 6 Clovers has come out of the woodworks. And what this is it's a new decentralized global payment system that has come out, which is led by 2 former PayPal staffers and an early employee of Ripple. And this is interesting, right? Because I have all the time from you guys mention, what is the price of XRP in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, 5 years' time? You talk long term, right? You never know in the world of business when a new competitor will come out to the market. So I will be checking this out. I will do my research on it and I will bring it to you. Is this a real competitor? Is it a challenger? When do we expect this challenger to take place? And just how strong is this competitor going to be against Ripple? Because you got to understand, right? More than technology, it's about partnerships. It's about longevity. It's about who you rub shoulders with. Business isn't just about having the best equipment. Supposedly that, let's say that this company has better technology than Ripple. Tell me the best burger that you've ever had and tell me the best known burger, right? So 2 different things. So I will be looking into it, check it out, see how much of a competitor or not competitor it is, and then we're going to dissect it on the channel. Now, this is where the channel today gets really, really interesting, is that 270 million XRPs have been shifted by top crypto exchanges as Ripple keeps moving XRP to China. Now, what is up with this? And that is a really, really, really fascinating concept now that we need to look into. A few other channels and a few other people around have been speaking about this, but I've been wanting to do my own research about what is going on and what is the bigger picture here. Because it's not just about moving tokens. That's easy. We can check it out on Whale Alert that tokens are being moved. This is more than that. And I think there is something here really, really, really big going on and about to happen. And the fact that the coins will move from Bybit to Binance, and they're all switching to Binance, and we're talking about an incredible amount, right? We're not talking about peanuts here. We're talking about huge numbers going to, the fintech continues to send its daily regular XRP portions to Huobi, the biggest crypto trader in China. So what is the bigger picture here, and what can we expect to happen as this continues to unfold? Well, on the channel, I'm going to be bringing it to you. I have not finished yet my exact research on what is happening, but I think what is about to happen is going to be very, very, very significant. We have seen back in October 2020, Ripple come out and say, Ripple could move its head office to London. Ripple could move its head office to Europe. So there's been talks already about this kind of talk, but this one here, I think this is going to be very, very significant, and it's going to really change what happens in 2021 with Ripple. Now, why Ripple investors will be watching August 31st and October 15th this year, in this particular article talks about what is happening out there at the moment in the marketplace and the SEC guidelines, the first one is August 31, which with the date that marks the end of the fact discovery period for the SEC. And then there's October 15, which is where the period of its conduct expert discovery comes to an end. So these are two very, very important dates. Now, keep in mind, while all these dates are important, a settlement could happen at any moment between the two organizations. So yes, we do have to keep out for these dates, but that doesn't mean we're going to get to these dates. Speaking of dates, there is more to come, right? So we've got July 2, we got the FinHub emails, internal documents on July 2. We have on June 18, Office of an Investor Education and Advocacy documents. So this is where the documents need to be handed over. Has that been done yet? Has it not been done yet? Then we got we've got August 31st and we have October 15. But July 2, there's quite a bit going on there as well. So we got to keep an eye out on these dates and be, glued to the screens to figure out what is going on and what is happening. Now, I have mentioned, of course, that in 2022, will you see astronomical XRP prices? Let's get to 10 before we get to 50, before we get to 100. But if you look at this chart from 2014 until now, in a perfect world, this would happen. Will it happen? Is it going to happen? It's not always a straight line. So there's a lot of things that have to go right for XRP to get to $100. Now, by the way, we want to know, right? As it happened, has the SEC handed over the Bitcoin and Ethereum documents? How good is that going to be for Ripple? Is it going to give them the answers that they want? There's so much going on, right? And then on top of that, we got Lynx Global and FinFan launched a new XRP-powered ODL corridors in Asia, saying Lynx Global created a remittance corridor between Australia and Vietnam based on RippleNet. So this partnership between Australia and Vietnam is strengthening, and RippleNet is being used. And actually in Australia, we actually use the RippleNet system quite a lot in many different ways. So good on you, Australia. Always great to see. Let's jump into Atani. Let's see what Atani is telling us today. All right, we're back inside Atani. And on the daily chart, what we can see here is that I did mention yesterday on the channel that, based on the Bollinger Band and where we were, going to 73 or even perhaps touching 60s again is a real possibility. And if you look on the daily chart, it's still in the bullish, but there's not much left in it before the daily MACD goes into a bearish signal. When we look at the hourly, what's really interesting is that we got out of the Bollinger Band and now we've come back into it. So we were in a bearish segment on the MACD and oversold in the RSI, but then we bounced and bounced back quite quickly on that one. Now, when we go 4 hours, we can see that again we did bounce out and we come back in, and we were in the oversold. And as soon as we hit the oversold, we jumped back out on the RSI. But the 4 hour is bearish. Now, if we go 12 hours. We can see that we're not bearish or bullish just yet. We are sitting almost in the oversold. So it looks like this price action is holding pretty well. And generally when that happens, it means that we're going to see the price drop a little bit more, but then, we're going to recover. It means that we do have quite strong support going on at the moment. So based on the indicators, the signals, and what is going on right now, I can see us bouncing off of this and bouncing off really, really well. At maybe 60, 68, 67, 65. I don't even think we're going to hit a low 60 before we bounce back strongly. But let's have a look at some charts. Let's see what they're telling us. First thing off, we kick off with this one because I think we could be finding a lot of support in the 70 cents range. And maybe we won't even see 60s, right? So we're going to just see flat 70 cents, like a bounce off between $1, bounce to, maybe 70 for a little bit before we go off, right? So this formation could well be happening. And it is something to keep an eye on because maybe perhaps we won't even see the 60 cents. Now, of course, if we were to break, then 64, 65 cents will be the ones that we hit. Should we break that, then the buy pressure next would be 46 cents. Now, I really don't think that we're going to see that. I don't think that we're going to get there. But, it sure would be nice as a long-term holder and a believer if I could, get one more chance at 46 cents. again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but we're going to keep a close eye on this because we could be, given a nice gift in 2021 of having one last chance to get it at that. The buy zone, like I said, there is a lot of buying action and a lot of buy zone happening in the 70 cents mark. So for me, that is more likely than the other scenario. So for me, I think we might see 64, 65 at worst, right? But right now, we're sitting in this particular window. Should we break out of this window in a negative sense, then I do think, 65, 68 is possible. But breaking up from this, then we will be going into $1 and beyond. And again, yesterday I did show you this, and I think this is very, very likely to be the case. We're going to go down a little bit, bounce off of this line, and then continue to our march forward as we rally. Now, I want to know in the comments what you think. And as always, if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And as always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.